So in today's video, we are going to create this sci-fi animation inside of After Effects by using Element 3D. Now this tutorial is inspired by my short Element 3D artwork. You can check out that later, link is available in the description. And I have already created Element 3D tutorials, link of them are available in the description. Or you can check out Element 3D playlist which is available on my YouTube channel. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe After Effects. Let's create a new composition. I'll call it as May Animation. Width is 1920, height is 180, frame rate I'm going to choose 30 seconds, and background color is black color, and duration is also 30, and simply hit OK. Then go to choose grid and guide option and hit on title section. Now I'll press Ctrl Y on my keyboard to create this solid background. I'll call it as element, and width is 1920, height 180, and let's choose black color and simply hit OK. And now we will go to the effect and presets panel and we will apply our element 3D. Now let's go to the scene setup. So we will get this kind of viewport. Now we have to go in motion design 2 tool, and in beams we have this first illustration which is beam 1. We have to select that, so we will get this kind of stuff. Now if you want, then you can add some extra stuff over here also, like let's go to the tech components, and over here you will find this tech things. Now you can choose any one of them like this. Now I'll select this one, tech, and now I press R to enable the scaling options like this, W to rotate, move this. Let's go to the perspective and let's choose top view, and we will adjust it over here properly. Then let's go to the front view. Let's adjust this from here also like this. Okay, now let's go to the perspective view, so I'll get something like this. Now we have to select this one, and we need to go to the auxiliary animation. In aux channel I'm going to choose channel 1. Why we are doing that, we will see that within a few minutes. Then select this tech component, hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, and we will move this over here. Okay, let's go to the top view and let's see if it's properly at its position or not. Okay, so yeah, go to the perspective view again, so we'll get something like this. Now let's select both of them, three of them like this, and I'm going to select this and I'll bring this at this icon, so now they are in a separate group. So now I can duplicate this group again and again. Then let's go to the front view. Now I'll select this group and I'll hit Ctrl D to duplicate it. Let's move this over here, and now in orientation let's rotate it on -90 degree, and now I'll adjust the position of it over here like this. Okay, this looks good. Now again select this, hit Ctrl D and go to the orientation. Let's make it -180, and now we need to move this over here. Let's bring this a little bit at the top. Now select this, hit Ctrl D, go to the orientation. Let's make it -270, and now we will bring this over here. Okay, so now let's go to the perspective view again, so we will get this kind of thing like this. Okay, now we will go to the beam option again, and we will select this, not this, but let's say something like this. Let's bring this over here, and now let's go to the front view again. Now let's decrease the size of it a little bit. Press E to rotate it, and we need to rotate it like this. Press W and let's move this over here. We have to cover this portion, then go to the perspective view like this, press R again to scale it like this. We will scale this totally up to here, as you guys can see. So now it will cover this portion. Now we need to do follow this all up again. So let's bring this thing out of this group. I want this all of this group separately and this beam separately. So now after this, sorry, let's go to the preview. Preview options, and let's choose front again. So now the scaling option is done. Now we have to adjust it all over them again. So I'll hit Control D to duplicate it. Press W. Let's move this over here. Press E, and let's rotate it like this. Press W again and adjust the position properly like this. Okay, now select this, hit Control D again to duplicate it. Let's bring this over here. Press E and rotate it like this. W like this. Press Control D again. Let's move this over here. Press E and rotate it like this. Like this. Okay, let's go to the perspective view. So as you guys can see, our model is quite ready now. Now I'm going to add one environment. Go to the environment, and over here you will get so many environments. So I'm going to choose, let's say, something like this or like this. Let's choose this one for now and hit OK. So our thing is ready now. Now we need to add one camera in our scene. So right click, new, and create one camera. And angle of view, I'm going to choose, let's say, 70 and hit OK. Then right click, new, and create one null object. Select this camera and make it parent with this null one. Select this null one and convert this null one into 3D. So we can adjust this camera with the help of this null object. So select this null object, press P for position. Let's bring this upward like over here, and then change the Z axis of it like this. Okay, so we'll get something like this. Now we will select this element. We will go to the group 1, then we will go to the party aux channel and channel 1 and rotation, and we will rotate it on y-axis. So we will get this kind of rotation over here. So let's hit Ctrl Z, alt click on this y rotation and type time into 70. Into means we need to add star, so we will get this continuous rotation in our animation. Now let's go to the scene setup. Select this and hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, this entire group. And now I'll bring this over here. What we need to do, we will move this group inside this one only, and now we will move copy this like this. So if you guys are confused, let's I'll do it again. Select this group, hit Ctrl D to duplicate it. Let's hide this, and now bring this group inside this group. Okay, so then we will move this over here, adjust it properly like this, and again hit Ctrl D, and we will bring this over here. Let's go to hit OK, and let's see. So we will get this kind of stuff. Let's go to the scene setup again, and I'll hit Ctrl D once again, and I'll move this up to here. I think this looks good to me, and then hit OK. Okay, now select this null object, press P for position, go to the start. Let's create one keyframe over here, hit U, and go to around 6 seconds, and I'll bring this over here like this, and select this last keyframe and hit F9. So if I see, I'll get something like this. And let's initially bring this a little bit of forward, so our animation will not look too much fast, and you can move this keyframe over here also. So if I see, I'll get something like this. Now hit Control 0. I have this video kind of stuff over here, so I'll bring this over here and I'll bring this after this element 3D layer. I'll also convert this layer into 3D. I'll press S and I'll scale it down. Let's go to the last keyframe and let's see. Let's go to the left view and select this video file. As you guys can see, it's over here, so we need to move this in front of our camera. So I'll move this over here. Let's go to the one view, choose two horizontal views. Over here I'm going to choose active camera. Over here we will focus on this one. Okay, so now let's select this video, press S for scaling options, and we will scale it like this so we can see our earth properly, like this. So now if I go to the start and if I hit play, I'll get something like this. As you guys can see, this earth is quite, video is quite glitchy, so we will fix that later, but first we need to focus on the position of this. So let's scale it a little bit down because we don't want much more thing. Like this. Let's scale it like this. Let's create one keyframe over here. Let's go to the start and let's increase the size of initially. So now if I hit play, select this last keyframes and hit F9. Okay, so this is done now. Now let's choose one view again and choose active camera. Let's make this fit. Now let's select this, press Ctrl Shift C to create a pre-comp. Click on this icon again, hit OK. Click on this icon and convert this layer also into 3D. Double click to open this. Let's go to the start. Select this, hit Ctrl D to duplicate it. Right click, go to the time and time freeze frame and hit U. And then at this point I want these things to start to animate, so I'll select this, I'll hit U at this point and I'll delete the keyframes on this one like this, and then I'll move this over here and I'll move this over here. Okay, so now initially this frame is still, and then from this point it will start to animate. So if I see this thing over here, I'm not gonna get that glitch again over here. Okay, if I see this in full resolution, I get something like this. Now we need to adjust the lightings of this scene. So now let's go to the scene setup again, and now because of earth I'm going to add something which is kind of bluish in color like this or like this, and hit OK and let's see. I think this light looks quite cooler. Then now we will go to the start. I'm going to select this camera. I'll hit double A and I'm gonna enable the motion blur, not motion blur but depth of field, and aperture let's choose 40 initially like this, and focus distance we will make it 1100, or let's say 500. Okay, so create one keyframe on focus distance also, and let's move this in quarter resolution. Let's create one keyframe on focus distance, and at this point I want this thing to focus on our earth, so I'll go to the left view, and now as you guys can see this is my focus line, so I'll increase the focus distance up to this video like this, and at this point select those keyframes and hit F9. So let's choose active camera. Okay, let's make this thing full resolution so we get this kind of stuff. Let's make this aperture value 30 and let's see. Okay, now let's go to the element 3D. I'm going to enable the render settings and then we will use ambient occlusion, and we will enable this icon, and intensity let's choose 10 and let's see what we'll get. We'll get something like this, or let's say 14 maybe. Okay, now let's go to the physical environment and let's make it 2, or let's say 1.5. Then that looks good to me. And now we will go to the rotation environment. Let's create one keyframe each. Hit U, go over here, let's make this 90, 90 and 90, and select those keyframes and move them over here and hit play. We will get the rotation animation over here also. Like this. Okay, so now right click new and create one light, and I'm going to choose point light, and intensity let's choose 150, and for the color I'm going to choose bluish color like this, and hit OK and hit OK. Select this light, let's go to the top view and let's see where that light is, and we will bring this light in front of our camera like this. Go to the front view and let's bring this over here. Go to the active camera view. Let's check out this in full resolution. Let's select this light, hit double A and change the color of this light somewhere around over here. Okay, and now we will select this and we'll make it apparent with this null one, and let's make the quarter resolution. Like this. Let's see in full resolution. Hit U. At this point we will get this. Let's go to the start, select this light, press T for intensity. Let's create one keyframe, go over here and let's make this intensity 0. Not 0, but I think we need to make it 200 maybe, or let's say 140, and select those keyframe and hit F9. Okay, so now we will select this null object, press R for rotation. Let's create one keyframe and Z rotation. Go over here and create another keyframe, go to the start, and initially I'll rotate it like this. Select those keyframe and hit F9. Not this first, so hit Control and delete the easing for this one. And now if I say this thing, I'll get something like this. Okay, so this is for this environment and stuff. Now I'll go to my element and I'll go to the scene setup, and now I'll add one thing which should start to animate. So let's go to the screen, or we can choose something else also. For now I'm going to choose, let's say, this stuff. Let's bring this over here, select this. Let's bring this component over here, press R for scaling, scale it like this with W, and adjust the position of this one over here like this, and go to the aux channel and choose channel 2. Okay, so we'll get something like this and hit OK. Let's go to the start and let's go to the group 1 and we will enable our aux channel 2, and if you change the position of this As you guys can see, this object is over here, so let's change the Z position of it somewhere where our camera is focusing. So let's select this. Again, we need to move this a little bit further. Okay, so our camera is focusing on this point. Okay, so I'll move this over here, and now let's create a one keyframe at each rotation of this and one keyframe at Z position of it, and hit U. And at this point I'll change the Z position of this one, should be over here like this, and I'll create one rotation at each and every keyframe. And let's make this quarter resolution and go to the start, and let's play. And instead of that, let's delete the keyframes on each and every rotation. We will choose only one, or on Z axis. Okay, and I'll select this camera. I'll hit enter, I mean double A, and at this point go few frame backwards, create one keyframe at aperture, go few frame forward, and let's make aperture value 0, or let's say 1 only, like this. So now this thing will focus only on this stuff. Now let's select this keyframes. Let's bring them over here. So let's see. Let's bring this total forward like this, and select those keyframes, and we will move this over here so we can see properly like falling effect for this. Let's choose full resolution, and if you want you can select this and you can initially move this over here. And if you want, then you can select this thing, I mean the earth thing, and you can go to the effect and presets panel, and you can apply color blue wash effect and simply double click to apply. And with the help of changing this U value, you can change the colors for this thing. Let's go over here. Let's make this 0 0 0 0 0 each value, and I can see the greenish effect over here is little bit extra, so I'll change the greenish value of this shadow green balance, so I'll make it 40, and let's choose full resolution, and let's see, it's something like this. Okay, also mid-tone green, let's make it 20, or let's make it 10 maybe. Also highlight green, let's make it 10. So now if I see this animation, I'll get first this. Let's make this quarter resolution, and then I'll get this animation over here. Hit U and hit N at this point. After applying this all effects, there is another thing you can do. You can select this and you can apply brightness and contrast. Let's increase the brightness little bit and increase the contrast little bit like this, and let's decrease the brightness like this. Okay, so now as you guys can see, the color of this earth is also matching with our environment like this with the help of this color balance and brightness effect. If you want to decrease the brightness, you can do that. Okay, so that's it for the today's video. We will see you in my next video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, and if you like this tutorial, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. And if you want to create some more interesting animations like this, then check out these two videos. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, stay tuned.